Teach them. Come on, Facebook. There we go. Hi. Hello, 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 everybody. All right, 4 o'clock flow. Your favorite time slot is back. I feel like we haven't done this for a while.
Yeah, not a flow
So,
anyway.
yeah.
I haven't for a very long time.
Yeah. Lindsay had a couple flows a few weeks ago, but yeah, we're back. So enjoy 60 minutes flow with Alana, and I'll be demoing. Have a great practice, everyone.
It's true. We'll get started in child's pose today. You can come to your mat, shimmy towards the back of your mat or blanket, whatever you're practicing on. Give yourself some room to stretch out. Bring your legs wide enough that your body can sink in between them, so the inner thighs isn't obstructing your torso, resting forward and down. And then just check in if you're gripping with your neck or jaw. Release those muscles and allow the weight of your head to sink into the center of your brows. And just begin to hear your breath. You can just take a couple natural rounds of breath if you want to stoke that Ujjayi breath right away. And close your mouth. Without gripping your jaw, gently seal your lips. Invite the breath to move through the nose. It'll roll and swirl through the back of your throat. Constrict those muscles slightly. Let the breath slow down as you take it towards the base of your belly. And the same pathway out. A long exhale through the nose. Warmth will build on your upper lip. And just getting to a point where you find some audibility in that breath. Not strain or force. Not making the sound, but allowing the sound to occur from the closing and opening of the valve of your throat. About 3 rounds of breath here. And just letting go of your day, letting go of any distractions that might still be lingering, the sound of maybe your family in the background, or just letting go of your work day. Letting this just be about that dance with your breath and the movement within you for the next 60 minutes. Rest if you need, modify along the way. If you do have blocks or books, something as a prop, it is handy in this practice. Totally can get by without it, but I recommend if you have. Have a great class. I'm Alana. Reach your arms forward, slide them shoulder width apart. Fan your fingers wide, ground through the mounds of the index and thumb. Take a deep breath in, get long. Press your tailbone towards your feet. Exhale, tighten up through your core. Come on up, inhale to tabletop. Right away, down dog, exhale, pull your pelvis back and up. So you're folding into your hip creases. And now just take a moment, align your body where you landed, might not be where you need to be. And set your hands shoulder width apart if they've migrated. Feet hip width or maybe a little bit tighter. Err on the side of closer rather than farther. We want to connect to our core. So the closer we are to the midline, the easier it is to contract and engage your center body muscles. And pull in through your low ribs as you spike your hips high. Now come up to your toes, stretch your feet, little bend to your knees, push your chest way closer to your thighs. Get long, keep that extension, let your heels drop, your legs might start to straighten. And just one more breath here. Lift your heels, lift your gaze, look forward, inhale. Step to the top of your mat as you exhale, whether it's a bunch of little or a big one. Lengthen when you arrive, lean forward, feel your sitting bones pull up. Fold, soften the back of your knees, look to your belly, let yourself go. With strong legs, inhale, lift your arms, rise, palms pressed, look to your thumbs. Arms to your sides, empty out, mountain pose. We're gonna move right away, reach up, inhale, look up. Fold, maintain that length, exhale, tailbone goes back as you fold over the thighs. Inhale, head up, look forward, extend your neck. High plank, stack your bones. Take a moment to set your first one. Get burned through the foundation of your inner palms. Notice if you roll out, press more and a little stronger through the inner arms. And rock to the tip of your toes. Straighten your knees as strong as you can. Take a breath in. Lower forward and down. Drop your knees or just come to the belly. Breathe out. Carve your elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Feet press as your heart lifts. Down dog, exhale, move back through the knees, take your bum nice and high. And then just one breath in, heels heavy, breathe out. Now lift your heels, lift your gaze, inhale. Bend your knees, empty your lungs. At the bottom of the breath, step or float, top of your mat. Lengthen when you arrive, pull your ribcage forward. Fold, ribcage to thighs, curl in. Get tall, inhale, lift your body as your arms reach up. Arms to your sides, exhale, pull the pit of your belly in. Keep your core on, reach up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Forward bend, exhale, unlock your knees so that you can move from the hips. Lengthen, inhale, strong legs. High plank, exhale, step back, rock to your toes, breathe in. Chaturanga to the belly or halfway, breathe out. Inhale, up dog or cobra, either way, press your feet and ignite your legs. Down dog, exhale, hips high. Drop your head, look between your legs. Find that soft gaze so that your focal point just isn't searching or constantly looking around. That keeps busyness in the mind. Find something still to hone in on and just hear the sound of your breath. And heels up, look forward. Empty your lungs, bend your knees, travel lightly, feet between your hands. Inhale, lengthen, lift your heart. Bow, exhale, curl in. And press to stand, inhale, arms and eyes lift, get tall, stretch from your waistline. Arms by your side, empty out. And bend your knees, lift your arms, inhale, Utkatasana. Forward fold, exhale, fingers to the floor, tuck your chin, straighten your knees. Inhale, lengthen, try to keep your hands pressing. Chaturanga, exhale, float or step back. Inhale, up dog, straighten your arms, pull your inner thighs up. Down dog, exhale, lift your right leg, breathe in. Bring your knee to your nose, curl into a little ball, breathe out. Again, inhale, lift the leg. Knee to nose, exhale, hug in. One more, leg high, inhale. Knee to nose, empty out, look forward, pause. Step lightly, crescent lunge, inhale, arms rise. Warrior two, pivot, open, stack your body. Peaceful warrior, right arm up and back, inhale, lift through the right rib cage. Right into chaturanga, it's a very long breath out. Take your time as you drag your arms back. Inhale, up dog, keep your shoulders down, your heart higher. Down dog, exhale completely, then left leg up, breathe in. Knee to nose, pull the pit of your belly up. Good, kick high, inhale. Knee to nose, squeeze through your midline, empty out. One more, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, contain, step forward lightly. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Warrior two, exhale, stamp your back foot. Peaceful warrior, left arm up and back, maintain your lunge. Chaturanga, exhale, right into low plank, bend your elbows, slide forward and down. Inhale, up dog, heart creeps and curves through. Down dog, exhale. So right away, just find your breath. And so as we move, in any flow or vinyasa, move through the sun salutations or find that one breath, one movement, it's just to heat the body. Having an elevation of the heart rate is okay, but you want to be able to still maintain control over your breath. And slow it down, smooth it out. Lift your heels, lift your gaze, inhale. Travel light, empty your lungs, hips over shoulders, exhale. Lengthen, inhale, shift your weight forward. Forward fold, exhale, bow. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit low, reach up. Prayer twist, right, exhale, left elbow to thigh. You can always modify with your arm or your palm over the leg if this isn't working within your low back. We'll scrub your hands as though you're dragging your top hand back, your bottom hand forward. Feel the retraction happen more from your upper back and ribs. Maintain your squat. Inhale, Utkatasana, thunder. Pravita Utkatasana, rotate to the left. Give a little squeeze of your right hip back. Your knee can slide forward slightly, but just try to maintain a neutral pelvis. Spiral your left shoulder in and down. Get a little more strength through the right arm and left leg. Last breath. Again, holding your squat, connect to core. Inhale, thunder pose, arms lift. Fold, exhale, drop your head, let that go. Lengthen, inhale, a longer breath in, look forward. Chaturanga, exhale, keep your eyes forward. Inhale, up dog. You can look up, lift your chin, open your throat. Down dog, exhale. Stay here. Bring your feet together to touch at the back of your mat. Slide forward to high plank. Slide your left palm to the center of your mat. Vashisthasana. Spin your heels to the left. Reach your right arm up. And now take a moment to stabilize your core. Pull your tailbone towards your heels and your pubic bone to your belly button. Gonna move really slow. Start to float your right leg. Now look down, inhale, bend your knees, step forward to lunge as you exhale. Come on up, crescent lunge, rise. Warrior two, open up. Useful warrior, right arm up and back, breathe in. Straighten your front leg, breathe out. Now glide forward, get as long as you can, stretch your trunk. Utthita Trikonasana, straight-legged triangle. So this is one of those poses that block, book, whatever you have might come in handy. You can rest on your shin like Brandy is, just be really careful that you're not jamming the leg. You don't want to compromise your knee. Push your leg back into your hand, find resistance. And think of your right butt cheek scooping under, your low rib cage pulling in towards your abdomen. Now press firm, shift your weight more to your right foot, look down. Left hand to your hip, Ardha Chandrasana, lean forward, right hand lands as your left arm and leg float. And again, another pose, if you feel like you're really collapsing into the right hip, lift your hand onto something to find more elevation. And now squeeze your glutes. And as you inhale, find that length, press out through your back heel and the crown of your head. Exhale, contain, pubic bone towards your chest bone. And one more breath, get lighter on your fingers, inhale. Standing splits, left hand to the floor, exhale. Soften your right knee a tiny bit, close your hips, look forward, breathe in. Bring your left knee to your nose, round your back, breathe out. Again, inhale, extend. Good, knee to nose, exhale, curl in. One more, lengthen, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Look forward, inhale, get long. Step to the back of your mat, exhale. And plant your hands, frame your foot, look forward, breathe in. Chaturanga, flow through vinyasa or board a down dog with your breath out. Inhale, up dog, a little shift of the pubic and hip points forward. Down dog, exhale, curl your hips back and up. And feet rejoin, legs together, one strong unit, slide forward to plank. This time, right palm under your face, sage pose or Vashisthasana, side plank. And take your time, especially if you find that you spill in and out of postures where you're balancing. Now moving slow and controlled. Press more through the index finger and thumb, lift up out of your waistline. Pick your left leg up, take a deep breath in. Look down, step forward to lunge, breathe out. Inhale, lift your arms and your body, crescent lunge. Warrior two, open and extend your stance. Exalted warrior, left arm up and back, lean into it. Straighten your front leg, go back more. Good, glide forward, inhale. Straight-legged triangle, exhale. So you might have to adjust your feet. Remember, you're never going to always land exactly where you need to be or be perfect in the pose. Don't be scared to adjust here or there. Find where you feel strong, but also stable. Press more through your back foot, the outer heel and the big toe mound. Even turn your right toes, your back toes up towards your face a tiny bit, more like warrior one. This is just gonna give your space, your pelvis space to move. Think of your hips moving back, your body moving forward. Take one more breath. Land your right hand to your hip. If you want to leave it up, go ahead. Lean forward. Take your time. Left hand lands as you stabilize your left leg. And float the back leg up. Make sure that your left toes are still pointed forward. Sometimes there's this habit of the toes wanting to kick in or out. Just adjust. And stamp your back foot like you're pushing into a wall. You're sucking your thigh bones into your body. Squeeze your glutes tighter. Now breathe as you push into your left foot. Find a lift upwards. And exhale, contain, belly in. And last inhale, light on your fingers. Right hand to the floor, close your hips, exhale. Soften your left knee, straighten your spine, inhale, eyes forward. Right knee to your nose, curl in, just like cat. Inhale, extend your leg and spine, stretch. Knee to nose, exhale, hollow your belly. One more, get long. And curl in, empty out. This time, extend, inhale. Step to the back of your mat as you exhale. Just prepare, take a long breath in, stretch. Chaturanga, maintain that extension of your spine as you descend. Inhale, up dog, contain, low belly in. Down dog, exhale, pull the pit of your belly up. You can just rest here. Look forward, lift your heels. Empty your lungs, nice and light, hips over shoulders. Trust the strength of your arms. Lengthen, inhale, open your throat. Fold, close it off, tuck in. Bend your knees, lift your arms, Utkatasana, inhale. Then stay for your exhale, sit lower. You're gonna migrate slowly all the way to your seat. Take your time, belly in as you bring your bum to the floor. And right away, Navasana, boat pose, lift your legs. You want your toes to be about eye level, not too high, really finding that pull of your pubic bone up. Just make sure that you're not spilling back onto your tailbone. You want to be on your sit bone, so you're rising up from the floor. And take a deep breath in. Float just to a hover. Ardha Navasana, breathe out. Good. Inhale, rise, boat pose. Lower, exhale, half boat. One more. Inhale, come up, tone. Exhale, lower, come down, belly in. Come all the way to your back. Hug your knees to your chest, breathe in. Give yourself a little rock and roll forward and back. Good. Get some momentum going. Pop up. Utkatasana. Ground your feet. And now fold. Take your feet apart, hip bone width apart. Flip up, peace fingers. Grab a hold of your big toes. Pull up, inhale. Padangustasana. Exhale. Now hollow your abdomen, your low belly out. Create space for the fold to happen. And as you pull on your toes, let your elbows wing out or back. Your shoulders move away from your ears. Lengthen out your neck and throat. And just resetting that strong but controlled, smooth breath. Release your toes, straighten your arms, pick your head up. Slide your palms underneath your feet. Padahastasana. Inhale here as you exhale, hinge, belly to thighs, pull in. And there is a subtle shift of weight forward. Your heels stay mounted and anchored quite heavy, but as you spill forward, your hips might lean over your heels and you'll feel your sit bones pull up, a deeper stretch to the back of your legs. And just control or contain through your center body and stay strong in your glutes. Bum on, head heavy, 2 more breaths. Pick up your feet, fingers to the floor, walk your feet out. Heels to the edges of your mat, maybe a little bit closer. Just go wide to start and have a seat. Squat down. Hands to your heart, wedge your arms to your inner thighs, support yourself in any other shape that you need to. Make sure that you feel strong in the knees. You don't want to feel vulnerable or like the knees are rolling or twisting. And press your heels, your big toe mount. And just look towards your fingertips. So your neck is really long, the back of your skull is reaching up, your tailbone's descending. You can stay right here. You can play Bakasana crow pose. Hands to the floor. Pick your butt up. Rock your knees towards your pits. You have to lean forward. Lean forward and grip your fingers. Support your wrists. If your feet are up, maybe the big toes come to touch and start to lift your heels higher. Otherwise, just playing with hot potato, maybe bouncing between your feet or just getting a little bit of hang time, that sensation of being on your hands. If you have crow, look forward. Inhale. Float to bent elbows, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog, long through your legs. Downward facing dog, exhale. And just pause here for a couple cycles of breath. Let go of gripping in your jaw. And soften your brows. Lift your right leg, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, step through. Crescent lunge, inhale, come up. Stay for your exhale, pack your belly in nice and strong. Lean forward as though you're holding something still, but you're darting off the back toes as though you're about to take flight. You're not going to, but get light through the back foot, quite anchored into the front foot. Pull your right hip back. One more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Lift your torso straight up. Inhale. Warrior two. Open your body. Exhale. Right away, exalted warrior. Right arm up and back. And then just stay for the breath out. Lean into it. Give yourself a breath or two to create more space, more room through the fibers in the right rib cage. So not only are you reaching, but you're leaning. As you do that, dig your right heel and squeeze your glutes. And inhale, glide forward as far as you can to the right foot. Extended side angle, exhale, left arm swings up and overhead. And take a moment to adjust your footing, especially if your left hip is really bumped up. Just take your left leg back so that you have this long, definitive line through your left side body. Keep weight rolling to your inner right foot, but as you squeeze your glutes, let your knee move towards your right pinky toe. Fire up your low abdomen, your low belly, isolate your core, and stretch your right arm in line with your left, again like you're holding something. So not collapsing or resting on the right thigh. See how Brandy has lots of space in here? That's going to make your obliques, the side of the body, work. Roll your left shoulder back. Now squeeze your glutes, tone your bum, and hug the right bum cheek under. Good. Take one more breath in, get long. Look down, hands to the floor. Exhale, lift your back toes, breathe in. We're going to take a twist. Reach your right arm up, breathe out. And just for a breath, inhale. Right hand to the floor, exhale. Gaze forward, shoulders back, breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana, carve your elbows in and back with the breath out. Inhale, up dog, stretch your arms, lots of weight to the inner palm. Down dog, keep your arms straight. Again, just take a moment to set. Arrive and let your body just absorb that side. You might notice differences, maybe feeling strength or fatigue, and that's okay. Just breathe through whatever is presenting itself. Push the earth away from you, extend your left leg up, breathe in. Knee to nose, round your back, exhale, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Stay for your exhale, pack your belly in. Dig your right toes down, lean forward, get long with the breath in. Left thigh bone back, breathe out. So even when we're static in a posture, holding a pose, there's this continuous ebb and flow. Little micro adjustments and movements continuously happening. Lighten your left toes, but press firmer through the tripod, the triangle at the bottom of your foot. Next inhale, torso comes back up to crescent. Warrior two, spin and open, finish the breath and take a moment to adjust your body, hips over shoulders. Exalted warrior, left arm back, and stay and breathe. If you've started to sort of exit from the lunge, bend your front knee. Now lean back, let your hands slide down your right leg and firm the leg to the touch. So your leg is really fired up here. On your next inhale, glide forward, move from the ribs, create space. Side lunge, exhale. And again, you might have to adjust your feet. Sometimes our extremities or our hands and feet will just start to move without us even really paying attention or being aware of it. Set yourself up, make sure your left toes and knee are forward. And then sometimes we'll get a swoop in the low back here, contain. So your tailbone is descending, reach and stretch your low back towards the floor. Give that scoop of your pubic bone up to your belly. Now hold all that mid-body strength, stretch your left arm away from you as well. So the arms aren't dull, we're not looking to create any rounding here. We want opposite to that. Clean lines. Upper arm bones rolling in towards your face. This allows your back to broaden. And as your back broadens, lean into it. Power your back leg, lunge low, last breath in. And hands to the floor, exhale. And lift onto your back toes, take a stretch, lift your left arm up. And bring your left hand down, find your breath regulated in. Move with your breath out, vinyasa or down dog. Inhale, up dog. Notice if you sink to your hips, come up out of your waistline. Down dog, exhale, press your way back. And just a moment to stabilize. Remember, we always just want to reconnect to the breath. Press your toes, lift your heels, your bum. Now get light and airy. Firm your arms and spring forward. Keep your elbows straight. Lengthen, inhale. Bow, exhale, forehead to shins. Come all the way up, inhale, rise. Arms alongside you, exhale, an easy breath. And reach your arms overhead. Take your left arm under, bend your knees, have a seat, wrap your left leg up and over. And squeeze the inner lining of your thighs. Now focus your strength to the front and the back of your standing foot. And notice if you're sinking down. Yes, we want to create a subtle compression through the legs, but there's also this action of lifting up out of your low back. And slowly unravel your arms, reach your left knee to 90 degrees, inhale. Toppling tree, exhale, send your left leg back, fly your arms alongside you. And hands to your heart, breathe in. And take your fingers to the floor, breathe out. Standing splits for about 5 breaths or so. So as you hang out here, you have the option of taking variation like Randy is, scooping your right hand and your left hand around your calf, and challenging your balance. If you want to stay dynamic, if you really like that continuous movement with breath, every inhale, think of getting long through your side body and your leg. Then in your exhale, firm both legs, tone a little bit tighter. And it doesn't really matter whether you're working to close the hip or lift the hip. They're going to change where you feel things in the body. Just make sure your back leg, the lifted leg, is equally as strong as you're standing. Walk your hands under your shoulders, lengthen your spine, inhale. Take a step to the back of your mat with your left foot as you exhale. Lower your left knee down. We're going to go into low lunge. You can walk your right toes and knee out. Angle them away from you. Give yourself some space, some room for your pelvis to move. And let your body shift forward and down. Oh, you might come to forearms. You might not. If that range of motion isn't in your body, that's okay. You're going to benefit more by staying within your comfortable range. So you are feeling something, a stretch is occurring, but you're not forcing or you don't feel locked or jammed. And this is just a really great time to focus on your breath, sort of collecting yourself, regrouping. Body up, heel toe your front foot in, just reform it so it's pointing forward. Frame your foot, tuck your back toes, now straighten your back leg, look forward, inhale. Send your bum back and up as you exhale. 2 more like that, come forward, inhale, lunge, let your hips dip a bit. Exhale, hips high, straighten your front leg, forehead to shin, again, lunge, inhale, roll forward. Parsvottanasana, exhale, bow, hop and bump your back foot up, round your left heel, straighten out both legs. And shovel your right hip back. Shift your right hip back. There'll be a tendency for the left hip to try to lift. Just keep moving it forward and down, pulling your right hip back and up. If the alignment's not perfect, that's fine, but we always kind of want to be working into that direction. Just grounding through the mound of your right big toe. Feel both legs engaged, so every inhale, get really long, firm your muscles. As you exhale, belly in, and maybe you soften a tiny bit into a deeper variation of the pose. About 3 more breaths here. And notice gripping in your face, your brows or jaw. And keep those muscles soft in your face, feet. And walk your hands forward, lengthen your side body, stretch your spine. And step back into high plank and pause. And pull your low belly in, wrap your shoulders back, inhale. Lower all the way to the belly as you exhale. And point your toes back, press the top of your feet, interlock your hands at the base of your skull. Yeah, wing your elbows out. Now without jamming the low back, press your pubic bone down. I'm gonna do kind of like reverse little sort of abdomen movements. Ground your feet, pull your chest forward, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower as you come down, pull your belly to your spine. Ground your feet, lift your chest, inhale, kind of like cobra, but elbows out, chest broad. Lower down, forehead to the floor. One more, inhale, come on up. Lower your forehead, come down, hands underneath your elbows. Inhale, back bend, up dog or cobra, the choice is yours. Down dog, exhale, drop your head. Reach your heels up, lift your gaze. Travel lightly, look where you're going, lengthen when you arrive. Forward bend, empty out. Come to stand, inhale, rise up. Mountain pose, exhale, belly in. Just a breath here, steady and strong through your feet. Reach your arms up. Eagle pose, left arm, right arm under, left. Where are we going? Right and right. Right leg over the left. That's more important. Want to be standing on your left foot, please, or you're gonna do the same side again. Bring it in. Bend into your left leg. Push your right thigh down and hug your outer shin bone. So whether your toes wrap, rest, or point, the action in the legs is exactly the same. Inner thighs hug in, outer shin bones hug in. Take your time, slow and controlled. Float your right knee or arms. Inhale. Toppling tree, take it back, exhale. Just here for a breath. Steady and stabilize on your standing leg. Take your time, hands to heart, inhale. Like a little swan dive forward. As you exhale, lower up and over your thigh. Hands land at the last moment, or maybe they don't even have to. You can catch a hold of your leg. And remember that drishti, your gaze, is really important here. Make sure you're not looking around. Looking just in front of your big toe. Looking something to bring some stillness to the eyes, and then focus on more strength through your midsection, drawing out through your low belly. Your hands under your shoulders, lengthen your spine, inhale. Step to lunge, land your right toes at the back of your mat. Place your right knee down, left leg goes out, your toes and knee turn away. Let your hips descend, and then you lower down to whatever variation. If you took a modification or adaptation on the other side, just try to mimic that here. So if there was a bind or a twist, anything like that, replicate, balance out your body. Easy breath. Hold your palms. Fix your front foot, readjust so that your hip bone width apart, left toes forward. Straighten out your back leg first, inhale. Lift your bum to the sky, exhale, let yourself spill forward. Roll to your lunge, inhale, lift your heart, even your gaze, shoulders squeeze in and down. Exhale, pour over your left thigh, let your head drop in your back round. Again, inhale to lunge. Exhale, hips up, pyramid pose, shorten your stance, hop your back foot up. Not a lot, do try to challenge the length in your stance, get long through your legs, long through your body, but make sure that your feet can ground. Work on straightening your knees as much as you can. This time you want to pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. Not even just the hip, think of the whole left side body, that whole crest of your pelvis, kind of pulling in and back towards the right. You might fold over your thigh. You want to keep extension in your spine, or if you want to bow, just go into where you're feeling a stretch. You want to feel this a lot in your hamstrings, the back of the legs, but you don't want to be feeling this as a pulling sensation in the low back or behind your knees. And just about one more breath here. And you can crawl your hands forward, stack your arms, lift your chest, lengthen. Step to high plank and pause. Legs bone straight, breathe in. Lower all the way to the belly, breathe out. Reach your arms forward, palms in. And you can press your fingers down. Otherwise, gather your core, lift your chest, lift your legs, fly. And try to reach your arms as high as you can. And keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Try not to lift your chin or let the head drop. Think natural curve in the neck. And tone your glutes, straighten your knees, and spread your toes. And one more breath from the center body so your belly is still moving. And come on down, lower your feet to your hands. Up dog or cobra, set yourself up for your back bend. And down dog, take it home. Roll your upper arms away from one another. Give your neck, your throat some space. Look forward, inhale, heels high. Bend your knees, exhale, float right into a long spine. Breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Come all the way up, inhale. Palms to your heart, exhale. Catch a hold of your hips. Bring your left knee to 90 degrees. Grab a hold of your big toe with your peace fingers. Extend your leg forward. Hand can set inside the knee as well. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, open up towards the left. Soften your gaze, reach your right arm out. Your right arm is your counterbalance, so make sure it's not dull, it's not noodly, it's very fired up. And if your hand is rested inside your thigh, you can always release that arm out as well, just challenging your core a little bit more. Squeeze your left glutes to shift the front of your hip forward and peel your leg back a little bit more. Return your left leg to center, keep it lifted. Reach your arms towards the ceiling. Pull your toes to your nose. Stand taller. Inhale. Warrior 3 as you exhale. Let your left leg go back, your arms forward. Pull your right hip up. Soften into your right knee. Just a bit of water there. Ground your heel firm. Easy breath. And come all the way back up. And just lower your arm, lower your leg. Arms. And relax your jaw. And changing sides, hands to your hips. Bring your right knee up. Get a good scoop with your fingers, and you want the same action like Padangusthasana. So you're going inside the toe, keeping your chest broad, kick forward. And with your breath, open up to the right. Remember, if your hand is inside the thigh, this is a perfect variation as well. If grabbing the toe rounds your back, you're losing the benefit of the pose and also adding strain to your spine. So that's not going to be beneficial to you. Don't let ego control your postures. Root firm through your standing leg. Lift your left thigh bone up. leg back through center. Keep your legs straight and lifted. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Nice. Hip flexor action. Squeeze your toes to your nose. Inhale. Fly. Exhale, warrior three. So your arms stay forward. That makes your low belly have to work a lot. Think of every exhale like a pump. You're just squeezing and wrapping your abdomen in and out. Your next inhale, bring your right knee back up. Mountain pose, exhale, lower. Reach up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Fingers to the floor, soften your knees. Lengthen, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Vinyasa, if you like, elbows carve in. Back bend of your choice, take your time. Down dog, exhale. Ripple forward to plank. Pause, we're gonna hold here. Focus on the stability of your wrists and shoulders first, so you're plugging down through your hands and pushing the floor away from you. You'll feel your upper back dome, your shoulders separate. And then that action's gonna draw your low ribs in, your tailbone away from you. Tighten your glutes, recruit your glutes. Take a breath in. Bend your elbows halfway, breathe out. Hold it, inhale. To the belly, exhale. Let it go, take a break. You rest. Randy wanted to do core stuff today.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. This is good though, because it's core, but then it's everything. Just enjoy that frequency when we move with Ujjayi breath, when we move through any flow or vinyasa practice. It really stimulates our nervous system. You can feel it in our pulse and our heartbeat. And try not to shy away from those sensations, just absorb them. Let go of the funky parts that you don't need. Alternate your gaze, bring your right ear down or your left, yes, wherever you are. Look forward. You can take anything you want. Otherwise, we're just gonna go right into bow pose. Bend your knees, reach back, grab for the tops of your feet, shins or ankles. Hug your thighs in if they have a tendency to splay out, and then kick back as strong as you can. Once you've established your kick, pause. Are you breathing? Do not hold your breath. Please don't balloon your belly. It's hard on the body to distend the breath or distend the belly on the exhale, so let your belly move. And try to shift more weight to the back of your thighs so your pubic bone is connected to the earth. And now straighten your knees as though you're trying to touch the ceiling with your toes. So think of straightening your legs straight up. See if you can get more of that bow through the front body. Lean back and kick stronger. Utilize the strength of your bum. Take one more breath. And then slowly dissolve. Come on down. A neutral gaze this time. Layer your palms. Rest your forehead. Allow your legs to relax and disengage. Your heels might kick in or out, whatever feels best on your low back, take it. One more time, up dog or cobra. The choice is yours. Plant your hands as you inhale. Make sure you're still completing your breath all the way to the peak of the pose. Down dog, exhale, empty and drain all the way home. Lower to your knees. Bring them right behind the back of your wrist. The knees are wide, toes connected. Cradle your bum into that little bowl in your feet. Plop your hands behind you, lift your hips, scoop your tail away from you. If this is a stretch, perfect. If you need more, great. And just find this as an active resting pose. So you're still really in your body, in your breath. You're not traveling away or getting lost in the mind. And try to let anything that doesn't need to be working here go. So really, other than your diaphragm and that connection to your core, the bottom of your breath out, you don't really have to be doing too much work here. Gentle pressure to your shins, or a slight toning of your bum. And scoop under your shins. Isolate your abdomen, pull yourself up, take your time, knees together, humble your chin, just rest for a moment. And stand onto your shins, set your legs hip bone width apart, slide your palms to frame your sacrum, tuck your elbow tips back, lift your chest. As you exhale, go up and back, reaching your upper chest just over your shoulder blades, maybe catching your heels. If you have your heels, you can let the head go if it's okay for the neck. If your hands are on your low back, don't drop your head. Keep your neck long, so you don't want to compress the bones in the neck. Pubic bone up, tailbone down, lengthen your low back out. Push your hips forward. Take your time, support yourself as you need. Come all the way back up. And hips to heels, hands to thighs, rest. And today you're just gonna plop onto your bum and roll onto your back. And setting up for back bends. We'll go into bridge right away. Bend your knees, slide your heels behind your sit bones, knees up, toes forward. Lift your hips away from the earth as high as you can. Start to rock and roll, wedge your arms underneath you so that you're sliding your shoulder blades right behind the back of your ribs. Interlock your hands. If that's uncomfortable for your shoulders, the lacing of the palms, just frame your sacrum and pull your arms underneath you a little bit more. Notice once you've set your upper body, if the position of your feet has changed, make sure your toes point forward. You want your knees to stay moving forward and space in your low back to be opening up. And squeeze your bum a little bit, think tailbone away from you. And push your head down and form some freedom in your neck and throat. And come high to the tips of your toes, take your arms out and slowly travel down, upper, middle, low back last. Take any position in the legs that feels good, feet together, knees together, whatever your preference is. You can stay exactly where you are. If you need to rest, rest. Otherwise, another set of bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. If you're taking upward bow, reach your arms to the ceiling, fan your fingers. Bend your elbows, plant your hands next to your ears. And carve your arms in, come to the crown of your head, literally for a half a breath. Set your shoulders onto your back and then rise up. Push the earth away from you. So notice if your elbows are winging out to the side, you want to be pointing your elbows back. Think chaturanga in the arms. And move more weight to your index finger and thumb. More weight to your big toe around your inner ankle. Press the floor away from you. Lift your hips, lift your heart, open up. Tuck your chin to your chest, inhale. Lower down, upper, middle, low back. Take your time. Please don't come to the crown of your head. And never rest on your head. So that pose is an all or nothing posture. We don't just stay on our neck. If your body doesn't have the mobility and strength to come up yet, you just build that mobility and strength by continuing to take bridge, maybe playing with arm variations. Place the soles of your feet to the floor. Walk your feet wider than your hips. Your knees touch, arms out, inhale. Let your legs fall to the left as you exhale. And just doing a couple more of these with your own breath. Lift up as you breathe in. Long exhale, twist, your legs fall. Try not to lift and sway the hips or move the feet. Lift your head, your neck and knees. Twist with your breath out, belly in, still managing or maintaining that containment. And come up a couple more, each side your own breath. As Brandy said, some of you in her class the other day, some people really like to linger. If you have a side and you don't want to move and you just want to stay, just make sure you balance out the other. Or you can move with breath, about 2 more. Next time you come to center, stay, hug your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Happy baby, widen your knees, kick your feet up towards the ceiling, reach up, grab for the outsides of your feet, and then pull your thighs down as wide away from your ribs. So again, just like in widening child's pose, get your legs far enough that your rib cage isn't obstructing the movement. Try to compress the front of your thighs so you're softening into your hip flexors. You can roll around if you prefer to extend the legs and get some length into the inner lining of the thighs, you're welcome to. From here, you can just curl into a little baby ball. Rock yourself up to seat. Set up for a couple forward folds. Pull back the fleshy bits of your glutes. Left foot forward, right foot inside your inner thigh. Square your torso. So I like to physically lift and pivot. Pull your left hip back. Stretch, arms up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. If your hands don't meet your foot, cool. That's not the goal here. You want to create space without creating pain. Soften your left knee as much as you need to. You can even wrap up a towel or a blanket if you have it and place it under the back of the left leg. That support will oftentimes let your hamstring release a little deeper. Look forward, inhale, stretch. Exhale, sit tall. Change sides, right leg out, left foot in. And pull your right thigh bone back, arms up, inhale. And forward fold, exhale. And then Johnny A, knee to nose. So if you're finding that you're still in quite a bit of a twist, your left shoulder is lifted, see if you can pull your right hip or your right thigh back, so that your torso, your leg, your knee are all facing in one direction. Yeah, there's lots of modifications. You can pop something under your knee if this is bothersome. The variation that Brandy's doing might be preferable. Play around with it. Remember, we don't want to move through pain, and that doesn't get our bodies anywhere. Forward, inhale. And come on up as you exhale, both legs forward. Pull the fleshy bits of your butt back, get your sitting bones anchored. Reach up, stretch, sit as tall as you can. Fold over the head of your thighs, chest forward, bum back. Lengthen, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Extend your spine, look forward, breathe in. Come on up as you breathe out. Go ahead and lay down onto your back. Once you are there, bring your legs together and then float your knees up to 90 degrees so your shins are parallel to the ceiling. Feet press out, spread your toes. Take your arms out like a T, palms up or down, but keep your shoulders mounted and flush to the floor. Inhale here. Hover your knees to the left, exhale. Let them dip as low as you can without them separating. Come back up, inhale. Let them float to the right, twist, exhale. Press your left rib cage down. Inhale to center. Exhale, go left. Keep pressing the feet. Inhale, come back up. To the right, exhale. Try to see if your knees can go lower than your heels. One more. Inhale. Twist with your exhale. Thighs, inner thighs and legs press. Back to center. Breathe in. Twist left, breathe out. And by left, I mean right. Back up. Inhale. This time, go to the left and lower the legs all the way down. Adjust your body until you feel a line through the spine. You might lift and shift your hips slightly to the right. You can look to the right, look up, whatever is preferential into your neck. Don't jam it. Maybe a block between your thighs or your hand to the top leg. You can always take something else if this isn't good for your low back. Already has popcorn in our ankles. And one more expansive breath. Bring everything out with your exhale. Float your knees back up, shift your pelvis back to neutral. And take your twist up and over to the right, stacking and layering the legs. So you're at roughly a 90-degree angle, tucked up towards your belly button. And that just keeps your back flush, your low back stretching away from you. You find that you can't keep your left shoulder grounded, always lift and sort of tuck your rib cage more to the right. That might bring a little more depth to the back of the left ribs, the left shoulder and arm. And always supportive as well. Complete one more breath. Use your core muscles, come on up. Ground your feet, level up your low back. Supta Baddha Konasana, let the soles of your feet come together, your knees butterfly open. You can lift your bum and scoot your tailbone away from you, free up some space, find length in your low back. And just start to prepare your body for rest. Closing your eyes, parting your teeth and lips. And let go of control over your breath, over your mind. Body, start to disengage everywhere, everything. Stretch out into your final Shavasana. Keep your legs long, let your toe tips fall out. Here as long as you have. I just want to say thank you before Instagram cuts me off. Just continue to rest. When it's time to get up, pause, take 5 deep breaths, move slow. Just allow that energy to carry with you through the rest of your evening, into your week. And I'll see you guys later this week. Have an awesome night. Namaste.